Hey McVeigh Dragons, this is for third grade musical video, volume number 3. It's the third video in their musical series. Make sure you keep up with all the videos and hopefully do them in order because each one plays off what the other one did before it. So with that being said, I want to start with a review on note reading, which we did last time, and I showed you on my TV back there. The grand staff. Practice those notes in the grand staff. Spaces, treble clef staff. F-A-C-E. Lines, E for every, G for good, B for boy, D for does, and F for fine. Bass clef staff. Spaces, all cows eat grass. A-C-E-G. And the lines are G for good, B for boy, D for does, and F for fine, and A for always for the bass clef staff. So refer back to the that video of last week to remember that, to keep up with that. Also rhythm patterns, which was in volume 1, the first video. Keep practicing those. In order to read notes on a staff, you have to read both pitch and rhythm. Pitch is the high and low sounds you play or sing. We identify those with letters, like the face, and every good does fine. E, G, B, D, F. And the rhythm patterns, next week we're going to review about how they, or what they look like written on the staff. We'll do that next time. I asked you for this lesson to listen to me playing, I did upload a video of Morning is Broken, and I asked you to evaluate it to see if you knew the meter and the phrases and the sections. Okay, if you could find them. I'm going to go ahead and break that down for you right now. I'm going to, when you see this video, I'm going to have another video uploaded that has me playing it again, but instead of using my MacBook Pro, which I normally film my lessons in, I'm using my smartphone, which seems to have a much better microphone. The MacBook, it kind of goes up and down in volume, and you couldn't hear all the notes I was playing, even though I wasn't playing any, I wasn't playing softly at times. I'm really loud. The volume on the microphone got louder and softer, but you hear the notes much clearer on the, and also the tone quality is much better with a microphone than my smartphone. So I recorded it on the smartphone. I'm going to go ahead and try to upload that so you have a better version to refer back to. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and break Morning is Broken down. If you said it had 2 sections, you would be right. The B section later on comes back in a different key, and that could be considered a C section. Some people might call it that, or they might call it just B with a wrote it like a B with a little apostrophe by it, or called B prime because it means a slightly different version of the B. I would call it more like that, but it could be, some people could consider it C. We're going to consider it B. So really the form of this song, it keeps going A, B, A, B, A, B, and it ends with an A. And the 2 sections are basically this one and this. It's basically those 2, back and forth. And when it changes keys, the B, it goes like this. I messed up there. Try it again. Go like that. But anyway, not warmed up here. So it basically is ABA form, and those are the 2 sections. Now, to break down the phrases, the A section, if you listen to the recording of Cat Stevens, which I believe I asked you to listen to, if not, listen to it, the A section is not sung. It's basically played on piano, instrumentally. The B section is the verse section. That's when he comes in and sings. But the A section still has phrases. If you listen to it, it kind of goes like this. So it goes bum bum. That's one phrase. Second phrase, bum bum. Third phrase, bum bum. Fourth phrase, bum bum. It's kind of like that. 4 phrases. Now the phrases in the B section where you hear like it's like this. I'll just show you like this. Bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum. Okay. So I think that was 8. I didn't count for sure, but you can count them. Go back and look at the video if you want. I'm pretty sure it was 8. So it looks like there's 4 in the A and 8 in the B section, the verse section. The A section has a little part where it's lengthened, and that gets us into that's when the modulation changes keys. It starts in a key of, well, this really kind of starts in C, ends up with C, and then when that comes back, it modulates to D, and then it uses that same configuration to come back, that A section, to get back into the key of C. So it does lengthen the A section a couple of times, but mainly it's what I showed you the first part. But it's basically ABA form, and it has a modulation, which makes it a little more complex than your normal popular song. Okay, meter-wise, if you said the meter of 3, you would be correct. It really sticks out on this part here. So I'll go like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you really hear that meter of 3. So it's in a meter of 3, ABA form, and I showed you the phrases. All right. Now, to get to your song, the song we worked on last time, Ambos Dos. It has 2 sections. It's an A-B form. It ends with B. And what we did was I sang the A section in Spanish, which are pretty simple Spanish words in that. The B section I did it in English. And then I hummed it, and you had to figure out which one was which section. Today, you're going to do some playing. When I do that, you're going to clap for me, or you can find a drum or tambourine or something you can hit, a percussion instrument. And you're going to play some patterns, something on the A section, something different on the B. What I'm going to have you do is on the A section, you're going to do the meter of 2. It's in the meter of 2, and you do the pi pattern like this. 1, 2, loud, soft, like this. Ambos dos, mate, relay, relay, relay. Ambos dos, mate, relay, relay, run. And then it goes, you're going to do a rest apple on the B, like this. Come into my castle, mate, relay, relay, relay. Come into my castle, mate, relay, relay, run, fun, fun. Dos, dos. But the trick is changing the sections without stopping the rhythm. So let's see, just do the B section going into A. I'll just do the whole thing here, one time through. Not the whole song, but go like this. Ambos dos, mate, relay, relay, relay. Ambos dos, mate, relay, relay, run. Come into my castle, mate, relay, relay, relay. Come into my castle, mate, relay, relay, run. Fun, fun. Ambos dos, mate, relay, relay, relay. Ambos dos, mate, relay, relay, run. I got my beats mixed up, though. I got my accents mixed up. I came in all right with pi, but I did change the accents. Don't change the accents. So when you go like, come into my castle, mate, relay, relay, relay. Come into my castle, mate, relay, relay, run. Fun, fun. Ambos dos, mate, relay, relay. Like that. That's how I want you to do it. And it's tricky. It's going to take you a while to get that down. It's pretty tricky. I want you to work on that. So the meter of 2, loud, soft, pi for the A section. And the B section, I want you to do rest apple. It's going to take you a while to get that, I bet you. Anyway, after you're done that, and do that with the recording that I just, I'm going to play for you. I'll play that now for you. You can do that. Here we go. So, say one, I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, and both. And everybody's going to come in on both with the pi pattern, meter of 2, loud, soft. Then switch on the B. All right, the B is what's coming to my castle, or it says, where's the key to the door, mate, relay, relay. That's B section, so make sure you change to do rest apple. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. And dos, mate, relay, relay, relay. And dos, mate, relay, relay, run. Coming to my castle, mate, relay, relay, relay. Coming to my castle, mate, relay, relay, run, run, run. And dos, mate, relay, relay, relay. And dos, mate, relay, relay, run. Where's the key to the door, mate, relay, relay, relay. Where's the key to the door? Mate, relay, relay, run, run, run. Okay, now, so hopefully you could play pi on the A section, meter of 2, loud, soft, and do rest apple on the B. Give it some practice, okay? Once you can do that, I want you to pick your own patterns, but make sure they're different on the A than the B. For instance, you might go rest pi on A. And dos, mate, relay, and then go rest apple on B. So, or whatever. You decide, okay? Just make sure you change your patterns up from the A section to the B section. That's our main focus. I want you to be able to do that this week. All right, so let me know how you're doing. If you have any questions, some people have been putting things on Schoology. Comments and let me know, and or YouTube. But anyway, that's all for now. Keep practicing. Look through the videos. Keep up with the videos. Okay? And right now, it's all about the sections. And right now, we're changing our rhythm patterns with the sections. So see if you can do that, as well as identify them by listening. All right. Have a great day. Be kind to your parents. Be helpful to your parents. Be respectful to all people. Do your very best. Okay? See you later. Have a nice week.